This is me. Tekken 8. Get ready for the
Mhm.
next battle. Oh, hold on. Hollywood Rules, $2. You said I
Hollywood.
paid $85 for Pat Riley
The
basketball
basketball
Genesis.
with them close-ups,
The
baby.
close
You
up,
saw that? Like,
bam,
oh
bam,
my
bam.
God.
Salute. But yeah,
State of the art technology.
state of the art, baby. So yeah, we here, man. Tekken 8. It is released finally out there in stores. Namco currently sitting at about a 90 Metacritic. Yep, still 90 Metacritic right now. Reviewing very well. Super impressed. So I'm just gonna give my overall thoughts. Obviously, I've been, playing this series for over 30 years. That's
Years.
crazy.
That's insane when you reminded me of that.
30 years of Tekken, and I've been there, since the very beginning. And it kind of started off as like a knockoff Virtua Fighter clone that wasn't really as good as Virtua Fighters, but I like the limb system. Each button had a limb and all that. And then I would say peak Tekken was probably 3 is when they surpassed Virtua
I think
Fighters.
3 is the pinnacle of Tekken.
3 was pinnacle. Now 4 was kind of 5 got them back to go. Some people feel 5 is the pinnacle. I just got to be real. Like, I know it's early. I've done the story mode. I've done the campaign. I've played a bit, and there's still a lot of things I got to do. But the way this is projecting, we could be talking about the greatest Tekken of all time. It's that good. Like, first of all, Unreal Engine 5. Whoo, hurrah to good Lord. I don't know what sorcery y'all doing. You know when it's crazy, Solve? We are at the point in Tekken 8 where the in-game graphics look better than the pre-rendered.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is different. Like the facial animation, it is just the effects, the backgrounds. I mean, the characters are so distinct. They ooze the personality. Then I think on Series X, and it's like 60 with 4K 60, but I'm probably moving down like to 1440, mainly consistent. Shout out to Digital Foundry, they did the break. They said the edge did have the Series X on the graphic, that is slight edge there. Doesn't drop no lower than 1440p. Consistent frame rate is sick. Look, the music, god tier music. I'm talking about. Usually every Tekken game has about 2 tracks that are like super standout. This got about like 9. You know what I'm saying? And then like as you go through the story, it is just continually better and better. And they did it with the story, but I got to give it up in the sense that, look, Tekken evolved the formula as far. I mean, Tekken kind of set the trend where when you come out with a fighting game, you got to have extras. They pioneered that. They pioneered having endings in the game, different modes in the game, Tekken Ball, all this stuff, right? But when it came, and then each character had an ending, including the sub boss. But when it came now till we get to like the Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat just takes it to the next level. All the characters are involved in the narrative. Tekken finally addressing this issue, which is the biggest elephant in the room with like 7, where it's like the budget seemed to be all with the Akuma story, but it's like no one else. And then what are the other characters doing if you're not a Mishima? You know what I'm saying? And now we have that full rostered kind of Avengers-like story. You know what I'm saying? With Kaz, and I'm not going to spoil it, but it's really good. I will say this, though. The Mortal Kombat game, if y'all want to say, yeah, that's cool, it still ain't messing with MK's narrative, that's fair as far as serious, realistic tone, for the most part. What I like that Tekken's doing is they are going super anime and not taking themselves overly serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have their moment, but this, it's something. Multiple endings, Tekken Force mode, plot twist, dope character, like they did that. And then the last thing is, not the last thing, but the PvP aspect, obviously playing online. Now day 1 was little spooky day 1.
A little rough.
Little rough. We trying to set up player matches and getting sent the dashboard, and I'm like, oh, not like this.
Rollback wasn't rolling back.
Oh, it was real spooky. But the patch immediately, shout out to Rod and the team, the next day, boom, functional servers. Things were, I was very spectator mode for everybody that's in there. So we could do the rotation. You get 8 to 10. You could sit who's private, who's not. You want other people online to come in. The connection rate, everything, fantastic. I've played a lot of ranked online, getting my skill in. The net code is strong. That was probably with Tekken 6 probably. The net code was probably not the straight. Tekken net code has really been bad since 5, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that's really good. Now we just got to see how the balancing works out over time. And the last thing I'll just say is the game changer, Soft, you're going to appreciate this.
Heat?
All right, Heat is a game changer for the aggressive. Because remember, old Tekken dudes be turtling. They don't want to fight. They want to back. They want a Korean backdash. They want to do all these movement and not get in and then pick their shots. Heat changes the game. Oh, you're going to fight because if that heat is on you, boss, you are going to get chip damaged away. Now, that chip damage, in fairness to the person who's being super defensive and seeing their energy go away, if they start fighting back, they could regain some lost health.
Some of that back,
so it's a push-pull to get people to get in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So you got that. But to me, the ultimate game changer, which is going to take, I wish King was here for this. Yo, Tekken Ghost Battle, that AI is next level. This is where AI is, I don't care what nobody's saying, super positive for the industry, because let me tell you why. The Ghost Battles are so dope. So let's just say we all play it for the night, right? Me, you, Kai, the crew. So let's just say Kai or someone was just really beating you and troubling you with a specific character, whatever. All your matches, you was just having problems. Tekken automatically saves the replay of every fight. You go to the replay section, right? You can do two things. First, you could I'm gonna download Cognito's Ghost. I could download his Ghost. I could how he fight with his harangue. I'm gonna put him in, and I could just mix up with him. And it's AI doing all my tendencies. Oh, I like to do flamingo here. I like to start off the fight here. I like to down to the science of that's me. Right? So they got the movements down, but here's where it gets next level.
See how
Yeah.
if I was playing head-to-head fighters,
Yeah.
Cog whoop me up and down the streets, I played AI and I beat Cog. So
That's how you doing it. So the thing was next levels, besides the ghost battles, that now you can do these fight against all the people you've downloaded, and you can name them as a rival, you can do all this stuff. But where it's next level is the replay. So now, let's just say, me and you were fighting, right? We fighting Kai. So you fighting Kai, you're like, damn, he's giving me problems with his Jin, right? Or his Devil Jin. You now go to the match, watch the replay. The replay tells you during the fight that you're watching, yo, Sav, when he was doing that string, all that was high, you could have ducked. It stops it. They didn't let you enter the replay. Let you enter the replay at the moment they giving you the tips to then work on it and fight in real time in the real play.
Yeah, I didn't do all of that yet.
Bro,
Oh my God.
the replays is crazy. Then you could go back to watching, rewinding, fast forwarding. Then they'll even have things like, all right, see, you was blocking that. You could have punished him with this. Here are some suggested moves. So this is all about getting people better. You see what I'm saying? The ghost battle and
that's a
the
good casual thing
AI
to do.
is next level. I wish King was here because I was going to talk about I ain't Lord AI, but I was going to talk about pro. This is where AI could be good for gaming, right? This is where a situation where you're like, yo, fighting games need this. Like, this is so next
amazing.
level. Bro, there was a dude online that was tearing me up with Leo. I was like, yo, I can't. He's whiffing me. He's doing these stances. He's doing all stuff. Man, if I ain't download that man Ghost, put it in, and I was like, oh, I can stop it. This is what I can do to stop it now. This is what he's doing. Okay. And then characters you unfamiliar. You know how it is remember when Eddie Gordo first came out? You're like, oh, good Lord.
My God.
But the dude,
Exactly.
there's characters like that. So it's such a next level jump for fighting. Bro, I'm telling y'all right now.
That's
look,
crazy.
champ is here. The champ is here. I'm telling y'all right. That Tekken, man. I'm just saying. Like, yo, they doing a phenomenal job. They really did it. I know it's early, but it could be the GOAT. It could, it's already feeling like that, and it's really good. So highly advised. Last thing, if you a dude that don't play fighting games, you like, nah, son, I can't do this. This is what it is. I'm telling you right now. I forgot about arcade mode, which is you make a literally avatar that looks like a little Nintendo Wii kind of thing. You make your man, and the game goes through a story mode of going from arcade to arcade. And they have all these characters teach you little aspects of Tekken, tell you how to get them, how to use the new system. Like, for someone who's completely new, you do that. And if you still suck at Tekken, you still don't. Dad mode, special style. Special style, put the thing on one button, and you could get the combos out. Listen, Tekken.
You still have fun.
Y'all got it. I know it's early, but as far as Tekkens go, yeah, this definitely feel like the GOAT level.
All those things you talked about at the end right there, I tried in the demo. Right,
Yes.
I tried the little arcade mode, going place to place. And yes, every time you go to a different place, you will get somebody in the arcade showing you, hey, let me show you this aspect of the fighting
Yes.
of the system. Let me show you what heat does. Let me show you all this. And it's a step-by-step way to get you ingrained in there. So that to me from the beginning, I was like, yes, because I know Street Fighter did it. I was like, they need to figure out a way to onboard people in a way, because Tekken is a complicated game.
Yeah, it's deep.
It is
There's nothing
simplistic.
like that in Mortal Kombat. I would actually feel a little bit more, like I would feel a little bit more confident on playing like Tekken or like online, because they have an aspect like that. Like Mortal Kombat's like, yeah, you just gotta learn or just don't play. Like,
Don't play. Yeah, with Tekken, right, the core of it is simple, because again, you go back to the whole idea of left punch, left kick, right kick. That is the basis for it. That is it. And then you can make combinations of those to get combos out, grabs, different things, and a lot of that stuff you can map to, you know, triggers and stuff to make it easier for yourself. But the biggest key to Tekken has always been understanding distance, understanding the pecking game, what they call okizeme, right? The ground game, right? The ground game, the get up game, and understanding that for every move that somebody does, there are multiple ways to counter it and punish it. And it's a matter of you kind of learning your own style, what you like to
interrupt
use.
This is where it gets next level. You know, the traditional tech is you go to your character, then you go to your move list. In the move list, there's a separate thing, not only just your move set for the character, there's also, punisher moves when somebody keeps blocking you, when someone does this. Like, they have scenarios, and they have scenario command list moves to tell you when to use certain moves. This is what it's effective for. That's different for different scenarios in the fight. So now you're like, oh yeah, I'm struggling against somebody that blocks all the time. Like, here's low. This is what you do for pressure. Here's a combo. It really is helping the player. But continue.
Yeah, no. To me, that level of depth is always been impenetrable for a lot of people, right? We used to always buy the Prima guide. Every time we bought the game, you buy the Prima guide with it, with all the move sets, whatever. And then we would go into the dojo and we would just practice learning the moves first. And then after learning the moves, you play against each other and you figure out what works in what scenario. And that's how we learn to play. But again, the game was never really so good at teaching you. It was good at teaching you the moves and going in there, but scenarios and sort of teaching you how to play the game and how to best play the game, it was always us just figuring stuff out on the fly. So the fact that they're realizing, hey, for fighting games to really elevate the way they were back then, and we again with Street Fighter 6 and MK1 and now this, like, they're back, baby. They're really
Fighting
back.
game is back, man. Tekken is that. Highly recommend. That's all I got. Unless I got any more questions for me on the game or whatever.
Well, I just want to give a little bit of my.
Oh sure. I forgot you picked them. I
got it.
My bad.
Hasn't played it, but so I downloaded it initially on the ROG because I wasn't home to play it anyplace else. So yeah, I put it on the Ally. I saw like John Linneman's breakdown for the Steam Deck, so I was like, oh, so the Ally is gonna chew this up. And like, if the Steam Deck could get it to 60, the Ally is gonna chew it up. And honestly, on default, all I did was drop the resolution down because it defaulted to 1080p. So I dropped it to 900, and I got that 60. And everything at medium settings. And the size of the screen means that you don't have to worry, about missing out on detail. It looks absolutely beautiful, runs smoothly, so I can get my practice on the go. The dojo on the go. It's a special thing. But I went yesterday and I downloaded it onto the, shout out to NZXT, the NZXT Player 3 AMD edition. That's right.
Salute.
Let's get that link in the chat if we can.
Let's go. Let's get the NZXT up there.
But I downloaded it there, right? And I downloaded it, let the game load up, went into the game, and I'm like, man, it's a little slow. Like, it's a little slow. So I'm like, okay, I hadn't looked at what it defaulted to. I just saw it was a little slow. So I go in, and obviously what it defaults to is it analyzes your system and says, okay, your system could do this. I go in. If this game did not default to, your system can run this game at damn near 8K resolution.
Oh yeah, 8K.
It defaulted to, it was almost 8K resolution. And I'm just like, what the hell? And mind you, it was just a little slow. I was like, it's funny. It
was still moving. It just little
it was a little slow. I'm like, oh, okay, dude. I dropped it to 4K. everything Ultra.
Oh
My God!
Are you implying I need to test this out on the?
Yes, you need. Yes, you
Feel
do.
I need to show you. Just had to show my build.
Yeah. Actually, oh, and speaking of show your bill, we need to see. We need to see that Jin statue. That your special
Yeah,
edition.
Hold on, we got that. We got that. We gotta
Give a
find that.
shout
Hold on a
out.
second. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Diogo Padrao. You know what I'm
But,
saying?
oh my God,
Hooking
that's
your
what's
boy
up.
up. Let me see that. You see that crispy? Hold on. Let's pin that for a second. Oh, I can't. Well, there we go. Boom. Let's pin that Kazama. You know what I'm saying? To do the light up joint.
Collector's edition.
Yeah,
That's
it's
beautiful, man.
sick, bro. This joint is crazy.
Yeah, shout out to the snail killer. That was beautiful. Yeah, so I did that. I was like, oh my God, this game, like, people complain about Unreal that there's hitches and it's clippy, whatever, but they got this engine singing in this game.
Unreal 5.
It is a sight to behold on PC, man. It really is.
Now I'm playing at 4K Ultra with HDR on, he said.
Yeah. It is ridiculous, and it runs smooth as butter, and like everything you said, they added everything they needed to it to be in line with, MK, and to be in line with Street Fighter, in addition to it just being Tekken, and there's something very special about Tekken.
Yeah.
It's that 3D space. It's one thing that I was a little like, I have to still get used to, right? And for me, from back in the day, it was like, okay, there was Virtual Fighter as the most grounded fighter, and then there was Tekken to me, where it was like the
anime
moves felt, the moves were grounded with, within reason. Obviously, we were fighting against pandas and whatever, but the moveset still felt relatively grounded in like real martial arts or whatever, right? And that hasn't changed here. But like you alluded, like the anime of it has increased exponentially, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of explosions,
devil jeans, and
devil jeans. Everybody's on steroids.
Yeah. Everybody's worked out.
Everybody's working out.
Everybody beefy.
So initially, I was like, yo, it's almost too many effects while fighting. I'm like, sometimes I can't even see the moves that are coming because there's some kind of sparkling effect or something like that. So I'm like, okay. But I asked Kai, and he says, I can adjust that on my end.
Yes.
So I don't see all of that, and it looks like a more grounded experience, even though it's online. It's playing out as this crazy, bombastic experience. Because to me, that was the only thing where it's like, for whatever reason, like it was a little, it threw me off because I'm like, man, I can't see the move. I'm just seeing it felt kind of like, and mind you, I felt this way when Street Fighter started doing it, right? I was a Street Fighter 2 purist, just the super moves, dragon punches and spinning kick, and that's it. And then we started getting supers, and I'm like, okay, but they're just stronger versions of their regular moves. So okay, that's fine. But Alpha took it in another direction. You had like straight up super moves, and now in Street Fighter 6 MK, you have literal like super moves that are full on like pre-rendered animations or whatever. So it makes sense that they would do it in Tekken, but it took a little bit of getting used to in that regard. But I just love the fact they don't take themselves too seriously in the story. It's kind of ridiculous and fun. They brought back so Tekken Force is back as well, in addition to Tekken.
So it's technically back, but like in a mode. I mean, in the game during the story, there's a part where it kind of comes back.
It does it. Okay. Yeah. So I haven't done the story yet. I went in immediately and I did King's little story vignette thing. And then I went right into the dojo to practice. So that's what I've been doing. So I need to get the story mode done this week. But man, I'm happy. I didn't really jump in on 7 like that. I got it on Xbox day one. I was excited day one, and I thought the game was good. I was a little mad that it was 720p and it was like blurry, and I wasn't happy with it. So I just kind of fell off. But I need to get my King back up.
Get back in there, fam.
I need to get my Brian Fury back up. Tekken is back, and to your point, it's quite possible that this could be an all timer. Because for me, 3 was untouchable. 3 was such an elevation of that formula. Speaking of games that we paid a lot for, we all got the import version, and it was like $90, $100.
Bro, that
to
game
get it.
ain't leave my PlayStation 1.
Nope,
That
nope.
game
All
was
of us
ingrained.
and all of us were playing it on that. Not even the modded PlayStation.
Yes.
It was with the little eraser,
The eraser,
holding the tray open.
yeah. The
So
things
yeah,
we
man,
did for Tekken.
Tekken means a lot to us.
No
So
doubt. So it's out there. Go check it out. And highly recommend it, even if you're not into fighting games. But that's all I got. Let's add it. Got anything? We're going to move on.